In this section, let us look at the popular machine learning libraries and tools that we use in machine learning projects. So the first tool that is very popular in machine learning, and that is called NumPy. It stands for Numerical Python. It is a tool for working with numbers and arrays, making it easier to do mathematical operations in Python. And the second popular tool, or a library in this case, is called Pandas. It is a library that provides something called data frames, and this concept is very important. A data frame is like an Excel sheet with rows and columns, making it very easy to organize, edit, and analyze large data sets. And the third tool that we're going to be looking at is Matplotlib. This is a tool for creating charts and graphs to visualize our data and see patterns. Let's look at the next one, scikit-learn. This is one of the most popular libraries in machine learning, and it has all the tools to build machine learning models, like training and testing them. So in this course, we will actually put into use all these tools and libraries that we've just looked at. So let us get started. When we work with machine learning projects, we use an environment called Jupyter to write our code. Technically, we can still use VS Code or any of the other code editors out there, but these editors are not ideal for machine learning projects because we frequently need to inspect the data, and that is really hard in environments like VS Code and the terminal. So if you're working with a table of 10 or 20 columns, visualizing this data in a terminal window is really difficult and messy, which is why we use Jupyter. It makes it really easy to inspect our data. Now to install Jupyter, we're going to be using a platform called Anaconda. So head over to anaconda.com/download. To download it, you can either put in your email address or you can click on skip registration. Here, you can download Anaconda distributions based on your operating system, whether it be Windows, Mac, or Linux. So since my machine has a Mac OS, I'm going to go ahead and download it for Mac. At the time of recording this video, you can see that the latest version is Python 3.12. Okay, looks like Anaconda is downloaded on my machine. Let me double click on it. And now you can see that there is a pop-up saying that this package will run a program to determine if the software can be installed. I'm going to say allow, and we can click on continue again, and we can agree to the license agreement as well. I'm going to click on continue. And for this, I'm fine with the default location. I'm going to click on install, and the installation has been done. The great thing about Anaconda is that it will install Jupyter as well as all the other popular data science libraries like NumPy, Pandas, and so on. So we don't have to manually install all the other libraries using pip. So finally, we can close this installation and let us open up a terminal window. And in here, you can type Jupyter Notebook. This is going to start the Jupyter Notebook server. You can see that there is a lot of default messages. You do not have to worry about it, but you can see that it automatically opens up a browser window pointing to localhost port 8888. So this is what is called the Jupyter dashboard. Up here, you can see that there are a few tabs. The Files tab by default points to the root directory of your computer. You can see that we have the desktop folder, documents, downloads. Your machine might have it differently. So right now, let us go ahead and create a Jupyter notebook. So to do that, we can go into any directory that we want. We can create it in the root directory as well. But I'm going to go inside of the desktop folder right here. And to create a new notebook, click on the new button right here, notebook. You can leave the kernel as Python 3, select, and that is it. A new notebook has been created. By default, it is named as untitled. I'm going to change this to Hello World. In this notebook, you can write Python code and execute it line by line. It will be very easy to visualize the data, as you will see in the next few sections. Since we created this file in the desktop, as you can see right here, if I go back to the desktop, you can see that this file has been created. You can see that the extension of this file is ipynb. It is somewhat similar to the Py files that we write Python code in, but this also includes additional data that Jupyter uses to execute our code. So let us come back to the notebook, come down here, and let us type print hello world. And hit this run button, and you can see that the output is right here. So we don't have to navigate between the terminal and the code anymore. All of the results are displayed right here. In the next section, we will learn how we can load a dataset using a CSV file in Jupyter.